Can you hear me now?
That sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, but the music playing in the background so loud on my side.
You need to turn your headphones down. You remember when Dave Chappelle did that rap skit? He was like, turn my left headphone up. Well, you need to turn your left headphone down.
Spaghetti.
Hey, I don't know how to do that. I'm using my phone. But anyway, yeah, the topic for tonight.
Time management.
Time management, right? I don't like disappointment. I don't like stood up. And I don't like to reach nowhere late. So if I'm going to meet somebody, I don't like to sit down and wait. And if someone is waiting for me, I don't want they to sit down and wait. So what I don't like for myself, I don't do it for others. So if you disappoint me one time, I give you a second chance, but it's not going to be the third time for you to disappoint me.
I hear you. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable, Stan, man.
DJ, I'm gonna ask a question. DJ, when it happens the first time, just curious, do you let them know that you ain't cool with that shit and then give them a second chance, or are you quiet about it, give them a second chance, and then you out before they get a third?
No. From get-go, if it's a female I'm dating, from get-go, I put it on the table. I don't like disappointments. And I don't like stood up, right? I understand things might come up, emergency, because, you know, this is a world we live in. So emergency stuff come up. I understand that. That's why if you stood me up the first time, I talk about it and you explain, oh, this come up, whatever. If you're a liar telling me and you want me to bite that pill, yes, I will bite that pill. But if I give you the second chance and you do it again the second chance, you're not going to get no third chance. Third chance? Hell no. I gonna speed you up. I gonna put you out there and say, okay, I'm right here waiting for you. Don't see me where you are. And I will be on the phone with you telling you, hey, I'm right at that spot. And you go out there and you don't see me for the third trip.
Okay.
I can't even hold
Respect to that. Thank you, brother.
I saw you already did it. Shout out to Tiz. I know he might want to join the conversation. Tiz from the 5100 podcast. This is Grace show. This is Grace night.
Hi guys.
Talk your shit, girl.
Hi guys. Okay, so let me go back. Very simply, embracers. Let's put it in the process of managing one's time. The main idea is what we do and not just go with the flow, but take the scientific approach to it. Let's talk about the common mistakes with time management and how we can avoid them. Like Stan was saying, don't overestimate your productivity and energy levels. We think we can do 20 things and we try, but in actuality, the body may not allow it. The day might not allow it. We had all these plans, but now we got a tornado in Georgia again. It's about to storm and rain again, and they didn't cancel school again on Friday. These kids got more no rain school than I'd never seen. Okay, let me see. Fam is backstage. So let's talk about the common mistakes. And when I go down this list, I want you guys to relate to it to see if these are some things that are relatable. The first one was don't overestimate your productivity and energy levels. Don't schedule activities back to back to back. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just do better next time. And you see, I was already doing this and didn't even know it was on the list, because sometimes you just got to say, fuck it. I did 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. It could have been 1 out of 5, but you did 3. Let's look at the positive side of things versus the negative. Don't push yourself to the limit all the time. There was one day where I had a whole day planned out, but my body said, no, bitch, you finna sleep all day, because that's what the body is calling for and needs. And I listened and I obeyed, and I slept till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you know what? Because I got that good rest, I was able to knock out 4 out of the 10 things out of my list. It wasn't 100%, but I knocked it out. But I got that rest that I needed. And sometimes we just got to stop and smell the roses, you know? Don't avoid the toughest tasks. A lot of people want to do the toughest tasks at the end. By the time you get to them, you're already worn or drained. Get the tough ones knocked out at the beginning. Don't ignore delegating or asking for help. This is one that I'm still trying to master, is asking for help or delegating. It's easy for me to delegate at work because I'm a manager and they have to do what I ask them to do. But it's delegating things to friends and family. First of all, I don't like to hear the word no. I don't like to have to explain myself. If I ask you for something or need something, just fucking do it. All that extra yippity-yap is unnecessary and it's draining, because if I'm asking 3 people, I got to tell the story 3 times. If I'm asked, trust me, if I'm asking for help or asking you to do something, it's because I really need your help. And when I hear either no or, well, what happened? Well, why do you need this? Well, why can't you get this person to do it? You see, you make it very difficult for a person to ask for help, but don't let that shy away. Start asking for help. If you know that somebody can help you get to your list done sooner or more efficiently. I used to have a roommate that used to say, you got to pick the right dummy. Pick the right dummy for the task. If you know that this person knows about computers, that's who I'm going to take the Best Buy with me to help me buy my laptop, because they're going to help me pick the right computer, not overbuy, not underbuy, not get wooed in with all the bells and whistles. That's who I take. I don't take the chef with me to Best Buy. You see what I'm saying? So you don't ignore asking for help. It's okay, people. It's okay to ask for help. You just got to ask the right people for the help. That's the trick. And don't overcommit yourself. Don't say, I keep telling people, and especially a lot of parents who spoil their kids, there's a word in the vocabulary, and it's a very small word, and it's easy to say. They were like, well, what word is that? No. It's okay to say no. I mean, I want to hear the word in Spanish? No. See how I'm saying? It's very similar. It's very similar. Now, with the things that I said on that list, are they relatable to you guys? Has some of these things come up to you? I mean, Stan, you mentioned it already. I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm going to do what I can do and what my HDD can handle, period. If you can't handle it, then that's your bad. And knowing is half the battle. So I got to respect that. I'm just going to be the type to be like, Stan, you took your meds? We good? Because we going to be out for 4 or 5 hours. Did you eat? Because, y'all men, when y'all hungry, y'all turn into the Incredible Hulk.
We call it hangry.
Yeah. I make sure y'all eat before we go run errands. If I got to go run errands with you all day, I'm going to take you to breakfast. I'm going to make sure
you ever had a food headache? That shit is no joke.
Yes, I have. I have had a food.
No joke.
And then when the person keeps telling you, I'm hungry, I got to get something to eat, and they ignore you, I'm hungry, I got to get something to eat. What do you have to do? Pass out before they take you seriously? Yeah. That's why I carry snacks in the bag. I stay with food. It's so funny. One day I was in the airplane and everybody was hungry because the plane was delayed like 4 or 5 hours. I bust out with a chicken tender sub and I'm eating my ass off and everybody's like,
God damn, hold on, Grace. You said snacks. I'm thinking you got like Cheez-Its in a Ziploc.
Nah, bro.
That's a meal. What are you talking about? You stuck a meal.
I got a whole meal in my backpack.
You got some trail mix or some shit, couple Starbursts.
No, I got
a hot dog under her left titty.
Listen, a body run just like a vehicle, okay? So if you don't put gas in the vehicle, that vehicle gonna shut off with you at the road, okay? When
I'm gonna get some cassava for you, DJ. I'm gonna get you some cassava and we gonna.
Hell no, I don't eat that. Hell no, cassava make bombing. Hell no.
You don't eat cassava?
No, I grew up in that shit, man. Hey, too much of that. From my younger days.
You need some starch in your life, man. You need some starch in your life.
No. Hell no. You keep that. You keep that shit over there. Hell no.
It's over there where you at. We ain't got that shit in the States.
Hey, give me my curry goat, my rice and peas, my jerk chicken, yeah, my jerk pork, yeah, my fish, my seafood, yeah.
I can saltfish with boiled dumplings and bananas.
Yes.
In a nutshell, what DJ is saying in translation is, if he was to say to you, oh man, when you come over to my place, man, I'm gonna give you the best ramen noodles, chicken flavor, and hot dogs cut up you ever had in your life. Basically.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you on that. I can get you with that.
I mean, if that's the meal for the night, I just need some hot sauce, and we good. At least
Gracie, that's dead. No. Folks gonna eat food. Rock out.
That shit can't fool me, man. I tell you, I see my daughter eat that, and I said, what the hell? She said, hey, she see her friend eating it, so she follow and it tastes good. Hell no. Give me some African saltfish, some yam, banana, dumpling, and yeah, the real Jamaican thing, man.
Yup. So guys, let's go over some benefits for your personal and professional life on why it's important to master the skill of time management. 1, you will achieve your goals and do it faster. Manage your time. You will do more in a shorter time span. You will have more free time. You actually will have more free time if you master the skill of time management. Okay, I worked my butt off from Saturday to Friday, but now I'm gonna be off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hey, from all jobs. I'll probably do some YouTube stuff, but I'm off from both jobs, so I ain't gotta report to nobody, take no calls, deal with my team. I'm off the next 3 days, and I'm looking forward to it.
Who told you that?
Did you negotiate that, Gracie, or the schedule just fell like that?
No, I negotiated that. I did something was called a shift exchange. I exchanged my Saturday and worked Sunday, but I kind of effed myself because I worked 20 hours straight. I did a double and didn't realize it, but it's okay. I got through it. Now I'm going to be off without using PTO because I don't use PTO. Now, Sunday I'm off normally. Monday's a paid holiday, but I took Saturday off. So now I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and no PTO time used. That's the beauty of my job. You can
keep on going, Gracie. Keep on going.
I said you off Sunday and Monday, but
and Saturday.
Now
hey, Gracie,
night you got some plans.
Gracie, can you hire me?
Yeah, we can hear you, DJ.
Can you hire me? Hire me.
Hire you for what?
Whatever job you hire me.
You want to work for Progressive Car Insurance and talk on the phone for 10 hours a day?
Yeah, I get free insurance. Yeah, free insurance.
No, you don't. You get a discount. You don't get nothing free. You get a discount at the end of the term.
Yeah, he don't even understand. He gonna be a part-time worker, not a full-time.
Why you say that?
That's how they like to
more
hire
than likely.
nowadays.
Nah, Jay on point.
They like to hire part-time. They ain't got to pay benefits.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about. I'm gonna give a shout out.
On point, bro. They will give you anywhere around 37, 38. They won't let you hit that 40. Once you hit 40, they got to do a whole nother load of paperwork. That is fact.
Yup. Let me give a shout out to the RBN. That's my guy. I have been welcomed into the Black Man Unfiltered podcast, and he is one of their regulars. So if you guys want to check me out there once in a while on Tuesday nights, Talk on Tuesday nights, I be up there as a guest, and they have embraced me, and I want to give a shout out to them. Thank you so much. They got some hell of a good topics. They even clipped me, and that's funny. Y'all, I'm not even gonna tell you how they clipped me, but it's funny as hell. And he even used it on that same show. So RBN, thank you for coming. Stay, chill, press that like button. Show some, and you know what, guys? Y'all gotta come out the pocket now. I used to be a lady about it because I used to feel like I was begging, but nah. This takes time, work, and effort. I'd be giving y'all some good gems. Drop that Cash App, money sign Embrace the Grace 23. Support the network, support JVJ Network as well. And please go subscribe to all of the content creators on this screen and in the chat, because we all put in the work. Y'all may think this is just us coming up here and talking our ish, but a lot of us do spend a lot of time in screen time and research trying to bring good content. So with that being said, you will avoid
right?
What about the screen?
There goes your Cash App.
Oh yeah, you took the banner off. Okay, that's the Cash App, guys. Let me hear a little bit of Cash App. 2024. Let's soar. Okay, and trust me.
What about Zelle?
No, I don't do Zelle. Just Cash App. Cash App.
Straight Cash App, nigga.
I don't do Cash App.
No Zelle around here.
Listen, with Cash App.
You could do Zelle. You have my number, DJ, so you can set it up. You know, and by the way, me and DJ know each other from South Florida, so we're friends. We actually know each other, so we cool like that. Okay, so number 4, you will. No, where me and DJ, we were in Fort Lauderdale area. Stan is in Miami, so.
Yeah, that's they were in Broward.
We're Broward. He's Dade.
It's right next to each other. It's like New York and.
Okay, all right. See, I heard that in rap songs. See, now you're a little closer to where I'm at. Okay, all right, bet. Yeah, okay. Right.
Now,
I don't know where Harmonica is. Whatever.
Opalaka.
Same thing. It all rhymes.
Before you go in that.
Harmonica's in California, though.
Before you go in that, Gracie, let I tell you about the Cash App. Why I stopped using Cash App. Do you know someone can send you money in the Cash App and then withdraw it back out? When they do Zelle, they cannot do that. Once they send the money to you, they cannot withdraw it back out.
But the thing is, when somebody sends me a Cash App, I cash out right away. I don't give you time to do that.
Oh, but it's not everything you're gonna see right away. I can send you something and just come up back.
Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
No, not me.
No, not you, DJ. Jay knows who I'm talking to. I need a new laptop, because any monies that I make off of this channel goes right back into the channel, and that and word is bond.
The most secure way to send money a lot of times is Google Pay. That's one. Zelle is good too. PayPal is also another good one too. PayPal is very secure, so you don't.
Well, if you guys get me to 500 subscribers, I'm only 12 away. I mean, I could get super chats too, and I don't mind. I know that YouTube gets a percentage, but you know what? If I look at it as a marketing strategy, if I'm bringing YouTube money, they're gonna put me in the algorithm. They're gonna say, "Who is this? Who is bringing?" You know, so I don't mind. That's just another source. So let me see a super chat. I want to see a super chat.
You know, you play too much.
What?
You're playing too much game. I put you into a group and I said, join up to Edwin over there. He's from England. All the people them from England asking. When I said to them, hey, Gracie, have a show going on over here Thursday. They say, hey, she need to send the link in the group. Then they can come over and watch it or whatever. I said, join in, come and, welcome yourself one time for them show or one time for them thing, and let them know about this over here. They don't know about it. And me, myself, I'm getting old. I don't know even to take this link from over here and put it over there. I don't know really nothing about it.
But DJ, I put my status on WhatsApp. They see everything on WhatsApp, and every time I get a phone call from that group, I'm at work. I can't answer the phone.
Oh.
And then when I wake up, there's 183 messages.
Then
y'all know.
What Sunday you're gonna be off? I'm gonna make sure they're gonna call you Sunday. I hear that go off Sunday. So Sunday, no sleeping.
All right, let me give a shout out to Jane. She showed up. She's here. How you doing, hon?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So you're the late bird.
Yes.
So let's talk about time management. What you've heard so far, can you relate to it?
Yeah, I can. I hate. Okay, so like I used to be so punctual, like on the dot, like literally, and then I dated. I'm not trying to make excuses. I dated somebody who was late everywhere, like hours late, and it would really get to me because we'd have like dates planned, and he'd show up, and we'd have like the place would be closing in like an hour and a half, and it's like. The one example I can think of is like an aquarium. Like you need time to like walk around and see everything, and I ended up just like kind of just getting used to being late to family functions. He was like hours late to his job every day. I just got like used to being late everywhere, and then COVID happened. I lost like work, and I just like got in this habit of being late, and I naturally have anxiety, and being late gives me more anxiety, which makes me procrastinate even more, because now I don't want to show up late and like have to face the consequences, and it makes me like procrastinate more, and it's this terrible cycle. And yeah.
Jane, I'm telling you, that trick works.
She been 5 months late for me.
Jane, that trick works. Set your alarm. If you have to be somewhere at 2:00, start setting your alarm at 12. And every 15 minutes, that bitch will go off, and it'll set you, okay, I got to do my hair. I got to do this. I got to leave the house. You got to check your traffic, because you can't blame shit on traffic all the time, because we got too much technology now where it'll give you a shortcut, where it will tell you where the traffic. So and you know what trained me to be on time was the fact that I had a limousine company, and time was money, and I was going to be there 15 minutes prior to get signatures and the ending balance, because that car is not rolling till I get my money.
Yeah.
And that's what, and I used to get clients just because of that, because I was on time. I would check their flights. It's not their fault that the airplane was delayed, but I wouldn't waste time. I would make sure that I was there. So you just got to be mindful and do a conscious effort. And Jane, why couldn't he take on your character? You see how you said his characteristics latched on to you? Why couldn't you teach him to be on time and be like you?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. He was he was literally late for everything. He was hours late to work. At the time, he was a dishwasher, so his job, like, he didn't do a lot in the beginning. He would close, so like at the end of the night when all the dishes come in, like his bosses never like gave him, like, reprimanded him for that, and his family, his friends always knew he was late, and I ended up, I don't know, like anything I said didn't do anything, and I ended up just falling into the habit. And I'm not blaming him, but like ever since
Yes, you are.
then, no, I'm explaining how this like happened. It's not his fault, but
no. Two things I see with that. Two things I can point out towards that, right?
Jay, are you able to give Travel One a wrench? Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
Not on your channel.
Two thing I see wrong with that. I would say about that. Not no disrespect or whatever. First, when a female late and time management, like, you know, on a date and a female late, you can see with a female. But when a guy late to meet a female, first, he don't have the money to pay for whatever, or he does feel like he's gonna spend too much money that night, so he try to be late, or he have the money in his pocket and just too shy he don't want to, you know, say, hey, I don't have no money tonight, I cannot show. But he trying best to come out, but he come out late.
I think he was just a homebody. I think he just didn't like going out.
Yeah, I gotta say something on that one. Cause DJ, I ain't knocking, it might be down there in South Florida. But when a dude's late and there's a girl that he's supposed to be meeting up with, in my opinion, there's one or two things happening. Either he don't like her, or he sucks at time management. So that's on her to figure out. Most of the time when people are late, it's one or two things. Either you're not that important to them, or no, honestly, I think that's really the main thing. You're just not that important to them.
Or there's the third one.
Nah, I'm not even gonna throw a third one in there because honestly, I F all the excuses. If somebody wants something, if something's very important to them, F their anxiety, F whatever the hell they might try to come up, whatever excuse they might try to come up with. If something's important to them, they're going to be there. So if the judge tells you, you better be here on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, your anxiety is not going to be an excuse for you not being there because your freedom's on the line. If something's important to you, you're going to be on time. And I always looked at it. If you're not on time, this wasn't that big it wasn't that big in your life. It wasn't that big in your world. It wasn't that important to you. It wasn't at the top of your list. And I'll take it as such. And we'll move.
Hey Jay, I got one small pushback for that, and that's only because of my cousin, man. My cousin Kenny. Shout out to Cuz, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, that girl is late for every damn thing. You wanna know why? Because she in her head thinks that she is that important to where she can be.
Oh shit.
That still proves a point. You're not that important.
I'm just all right. Okay.
She's that important. Now, hang on. I forgot.
It depends on the person.
The real number
Oh, the
two.
I'm trying to tell you, you can't tell her she's not the empress ruler of the universe and shit, dog. Like, she is all the way one of them.
Number two, it's only two. And I'm sorry that I tried to make it seem like it's only one. Being considerate. You're not that important, or something did happen. Because Grace, I forgot that Grace alluded to that earlier. Something might happen that might cause you not to be there. But outside of those two, you didn't do a good job. The whole show is about planning, time management. You obviously didn't plan for me to be here with you tonight. You didn't get something right. Obviously, that means you're not that important. I'm gonna take an insult to that. Like, if you came to me to try to get a job and you showed up late, I don't even know why you showed. Because obviously this is not that important to you. If a man was gonna marry a woman and he showed up to the marriage 20 minutes late, who in here would tell that girl in their right mind to marry that man? That marriage ain't important to him.
What if it's like
Literally,
a chronic?
Huh?
Sorry. What if it's like
let me say this
thing?
because I know I ain't got that much time. Let me say this. I think time management is essential and it's important, right? I think that is definitely something that you have to be abreast on, especially if you are not in control of said entities as far as like career or things of that nature, right? But once you kind of get in a certain type of position in life, then you kind of dictate what time you want to be in certain places because you are the head of the table. You know what I mean? You kind of sit at that point where if you are 30 minutes late, if you're an hour late, people wait for you because you are who you are. But that's not everybody. That doesn't go for everybody. You know what I mean? If Joe Rogan wants to do an interview on my network, he's an hour late. I'm not mad. It's fucking Joe Rogan. Like, what are we talking about? Michael Jordan want to do an interview on my network. Am I mad he's 2 hours late? I'm not mad. I'm gonna sit, get me something to eat, chill, maybe play some games, watch a couple of movies, whatever.
Yeah, certain people
Michael
demand
Jordan.
certain shit.
You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
saying
Like,
he's an asshole, but
certain people.
Like, no, you make a good point, but that's the exception. That's not the
Hold on,
rule.
let me land my plane. Certain people have certain leeways, right? We know this, right? You know what I'm saying? That's always been in life. With our parents, when we was growing up, our parents had leeway over our life. They could do shit because they was our parents, right? That's just the way it was. They could tell you go outside and just stand and, stand for 10 seconds and then come back. And you have to go outside, stand for 10 seconds and come back because they was your parents. It maybe not made no sense to you, but that's what they wanted you to do. So, to the person who has the acumen or the advantage in a relationship, that's who is going to set the rules. So of course in your job you got to be early. You got to be early or you're late. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not the manager, you're not the owner. The owner could come in there whenever he wants. The owner could say I'm be there at 8 a.m. and show up at 10. So he's the owner. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? That's just the moral of the game. You know what I mean? So while you're at an advantage where you have to be on time for stuff, or you also want to be on time for stuff with people that you actually care about, right? So that consideration factor comes in. So if I care about you, yes, I'll be on time. If I care about you, yes, I'll make a way. If I care about you, yes, I'm going to make sure that I'm putting certain things there in order to make sure that, you know what I mean, people know that, you know, you're around and I'm around, I support you, right? But if it's a situation where I don't really care about you, or I just have leverage in the situation, then yeah, me being on time ain't that big of a deal. But also, you know, like Grace was saying earlier, we got to count for people having a life, right? So if somebody has a life and they're doing something else, you know what I mean? Like me, I do a lot of things within a day. You know what I mean? Like today I had to go outside and I'm about to go outside again. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I've only eaten once, you know, this whole day. You know what I mean? Now, it's you know what I mean, this is the type of lifestyle that happens at times, because a lot of times we are doing multiple things. And then when it comes to social media or whatever else, we have to wear that hat as well. So just be mindful that people have a life, and that, you know what I'm saying, you got to work within them. You know what I mean? But it's always got to be that respect. So as long as respect is there, you can work through anything. But yeah, that time management thing is important when you're not dictating certain rules, or basically if the relationship really isn't there. So yeah.
Yeah, I got a little pushback on that one real quick. What's the point of making excuses? Everybody has a life. That's one thing, because I heard you say it a few times. Everybody has a life. I got something going on. You got something going on. Smitty, Grace, everybody got something going on. The respect part, I did agree with you when you said that, because that's what it's really about. If you respect somebody enough, you care about them enough, you're going to make sure you make time. And then the first thing that my granddaddy always told me is, son, when you say something, make sure you a man of your word. Don't tell me that you got life going on and you told me you was going to do something. Now, once again, I'm going to keep going back to what Grace said. If something happens, if something outside of your control happens, yes, that's an excuse. But there's no excuse for this. Whole show is about time management, planning. You can't throw excuses out there and say, well, you know, I got a life too. That's bullshit. Everybody else got a life too. So do you value your time more than you value mine? That will get you excommunicado hanging around me. If I say we doing something at a certain time and nothing dramatic happen, you gone. I don't make excuses for people like that, because when you start making excuses, people start, what's the old saying? You give them an inch, they take them out. People are going to continue to do that. If you try to make excuses for people, why you think the economy in the world so messed up right now? People always making excuses. Well, you know, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, it's bad right now, though. How about we fix right now instead of letting it get worse?
And time management too is you know you and a friend going out.
Hold on, let me rebuttal. Because you was telling me, so let me rebuttal. So let me say this. I was making more of what Grace was saying, as far as like, you know, so we're kind of saying the same thing. You know, a situation can happen and it's out of your control, and then that's gonna happen where you can't be on time. But so that's more of what I'm saying. I'm not saying one person's life is better than another, but as far as me, like,
say they have a life. Multiple.
No, but you know, I said it in the way I said it. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna change the way I said it. You know what I mean? But that's what I was alluding to. I was alluding to like a life circumstance that happens that you're not in control of. Like she was saying, if like she's a manager and, you know, 2 of her employees called out and she can't do anything, right? She has to be there. You know what I mean? She cannot abandon her business. You know what I mean? That is definitely understandable. So that's what I mean by like people have a life, because there's certain things that happen that's out of your control within your life that you can't even, you know, you can't basically, you know, you don't have control over. So that's what I was saying.
Quick question.
You know, and if I lost people in my rhetoric, then I apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, quick question. You wouldn't like, let's say you work from 8 to 5. Not saying you do, but let's say you work from 8 to 5. You wouldn't make plans to do something with somebody at 3.
No, exactly. Yes.
So
you know what I mean? So like I said, essentially we're saying the same thing. You know, I'm saying in retrospect, like if it's a circumstance that you cannot control, that's out of your control, then yeah, that's.
But can I piggyback on both y'all? Oh wait, I don't know if that's. I don't know if that sounded appropriate.
No, you did, Grace. But let me land my plan, Grace. Let me land my plan. So my ultimate thing is this, right? You know what I mean? I really don't have to really worry about.
You just say pause, Grace, pause.
Is that what we're doing? Okay, I like that one.
I don't have to worry about that because I kind of dictate the things I want to do and how I want to do it. You know what I mean? That's kind of just how I got my life structured. But even in that, this is amount of planning that still has to go into it. You know what I'm saying? So I like what Stan said about planning his whole day. You know what I mean? I like doing that, and that's something that I do as well. I do meal preps, all that type of stuff. So yes, time management is essential, and it does help you to stay ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? Personally and business-wise. So yeah, go ahead, Grace.
Okay, so what I really want to bring up here is I don't like I get what you're saying, Jay, because you're a hard ass. You don't want to. You just have zero tolerance for it.
Good.
And I used to be like that. But the thing is, what I've seen now is how do you handle the lateness? If you walk in nonchalant, like you just think you good, that's the disrespectful part I can't deal with. But if you call somebody, like as soon as I know that I can't make it, I'm going to excuse myself and tell my bosses, well, I got somebody to call because I have prior plans with them and I have to respect their time. See, people don't take that extra mile to at least make things right. Okay, you're late. Jay don't want to hear no fucking excuses. But a person like Jay, if I at least put forth the effort and call and be like, yo, Jay, I'm caught up at work. I cannot get out of this. But you know, the Chiefs are playing on Sunday. Let's go to the sports bar and let's go have some wings and some beer and let's chill. See, I take the things that I know that he likes, apologize, and come up with a backup solution. Not just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. You know, it's not what you do. And how you it's how you do it and how you handle the situation. But some people
taking accountability.
Okay.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Can I say something Gracie was saying real quick? I just want to say, like, Gracie, you got a point. What I've experienced personally is like those people that like just totally don't say nothing, abandon ship,
don't call,
don't let you know, no call, no show, right? Because these are the people that assume everybody, because we in a world of like very sensitive, emotional, most people assume you're not going to take it well, and they don't even want to deal with any kind of you being hurt or upset. And you don't know how many times I've had to tell people, yo, you guys keep robbing me of the opportunity to just let you know it's all right, man. We can plan another day. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Wait, I gotta address this. PA said, Grace, that's not sweet. That's manipulative. No, you call it what you want. Stop. Call it what you but call it what you want, but at least I'm trying to make things right and make things better. Just to call Jay and be like, yo, I can't make it tonight, my bad, I'll call you tomorrow. The fuck is that? Of course he's gonna cut me off.
Grace, I need to get some clarification.
Yeah.
Because I think I get where y'all are coming from, but I think y'all keep saying something that it keeps glitching in my head. If you were at work and me and you had plans, say it again.
Oh, when you're done, can I get to say something?
Wait, DJ. Wait, but hold on. DJ got to go first, and then you got it, Stan. Okay.
All right.
Am I included in the y'all?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You did say something. Right, here we go. DJ, Smitty, and Stan. That's the order of operations. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. This is what keeps glitching in my head, and I don't know if y'all heard it, but when I say it, tell me if y'all heard it. I get that something might come up at work. Is this a situation where I get off at 5 and we're supposed to meet at 6 or 7 and they holding me here late? Or is it I didn't plan shit out right and I thought I was going to be off, but I wasn't off? Because if you plan something out, and we talk about planning too, time is planning. If you made a date or something, you wouldn't be in a situation of getting caught up unless something existential happened. So did you plan a date during the time that you were supposed to be at work? Because that's what I keep tripping off of. Because if you planned it, you wouldn't run into that situation unless it's like hey, I get off at 6, and somehow, let's say you the type that plan a date at 7:30, so you got an hour and a half, and they hold you over for 45 minutes, so you can't go home and change or something like that. I get that, but did you just not plan nothing?
No, the thing is, you and I made plans for 7:30. I got off at 4, but now I got 2 call outs. I found out at 3 o'clock. I gotta cover that shift until 10 o'clock.
That's existential.
No, fuck that. So we go into the date in dirty work boots?
No, I'm rescheduling, and then I'm gonna take him out. Oh.
Say it again.
So we going to the date in like dirty work boots and sweaty and shit?
No, we were talking about her situation, but look, that's existential. I was trying to figure out if something happened, because if obviously you planned and something happened, that's understandable. That's understandable. But what I kept hearing over here was like, well, you know, something popped up, and I'm like, well, you should normally be able to plan around those type of things happening. So it started to seem like it was excuses made for not being on time. Like that ain't you gave me some clarification on that, so they helped me out.
Okay, that's what we got. Hold on. What was the order? DJ, go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, for the time management, what I was saying, right? And this go by like for work. I didn't go for a date. Say for instance, you know, you at work, you are the manager, you are the supervisor, and that person's supposed to show up like at a time. They don't show up, no call, no show up, but you calling them and they're looking at the phone and no pickup, no answer. How you deal with that situation? You're on a date, you're supposed to, just as my friend would say, hey, this guy always show up late, and I were thinking he don't really have the money to spend or something like that. But she calling him and he looking at the phone, and because some phone you can tell when somebody see the call or the call go through. Like if you call him on WhatsApp, you can say, okay, that person check him WhatsApp. At this time you look at the status, you can say, okay, that person was, you know, playing around their phone, or they have their phone in their hand. You can know when somebody check them whatever. Some phone tell time.
Again, that's disrespect, DJ. That's intentional disrespect. You have to at least be mindful. That's all I'm saying. Be mindful.
Or you deal with that when, like, for work situation or for date situation, or you deal with that. That is still time management. You're trying to reach out to that person. They don't pick up their phone. They don't call. They don't show. How you dealt with that?
How you deal with that? First, before you overreact, you find out what happened, because you got to gather your intel. A lot of us seem to overreact and assume and make assumptions. And us women are the most. Hold on, because that happened to me on Sunday with my guy. I assumed some shit, and I went in there. I came in hot.
You was ready to 38.
Grace, which part of that was the actual question?
No, he said, how do you deal with that when somebody doesn't call, doesn't do nothing? And then I said, you gather your intel first before you react or overreact. And then you take it from there. You don't know what happened. What if they're in jail? What if they're in the hospital? What if they're dead? You're going to feel really bad and like shit that you jump to conclusions.
Well, all you can really do is just sit around and wait till you hear a word from them. I be 38 hot out back. I ain't gonna say nothing to you about it.
Yep. Let me hear what you got to say first.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear you out, but it's not gonna change how I.
What if you don't have the patience? What if you don't have the patience to sit down and wait? What if you're patientless?
Oh, well, that's on the person that's pissed off.
Well, then that's not the other person. Exactly.
They need to go talk to somebody, take some medicine or something.
I think it depends.
Like, you can be mad, but like, you ain't supposed to be out here raging. She ain't called me back. Like, no, you can't be doing that nonsense, man. You better calm your ass down. Like, but like when the situation comes down to she finally hit you up. Let's say you supposed to meet her at the movies at 8 o'clock, and she don't show up, and you stick around till like 9 o'clock. and you don't hear nothing, you call her, she ain't picking up, you text her, she ain't texting back, and then you take your butt home, and the next morning she hit you up and be like, yeah, my grandma got hit by a car or some stuff, or it don't matter what it is. I don't know why grandma out late, but either way though, if you can prove that her story is real, then you don't give her the fire. But if she hits you up the next day and be like, yeah, I was just out friends, and it went a little bit longer, I'm like, fuck you, bitch. We on to the next one. There's always ways to handle the situation. You can feel however you want to feel at the moment. Like me, like Grace already know. I'm cold hearted.
Hold on. My girl right there, not Grace. I forgot her name.
Jane.
Yes. You at that place waiting for that guy. I know you call him, and he always been late. But you call him, he never pick up. How would you deal with that situation?
So, it depends on how long I've been dating this guy. So, the guy that I was talking about earlier, who was late all the time, we ended up dating for 3 years, and that was just something that I ended up accepting. It was nobody's perfect, and I was like, okay, that's his flaw. He has this thing where he's late, and that's something I kind of just dealt with and accepted from him. But if it's somebody I'm seeing new for the first couple times, and again, if it's a one-time thing, he overslept something, I worked, I forgot, I missed the date, okay, I'll give him another chance, I'll be upset. But if it's a repetitive thing and we're new, I don't know, especially if he's not answering, obviously I'm just not a priority.
But do you put aside?
Well, what if he's in the hospital, in the ICU, in the OR? How are you gonna answer the phone? In a ditch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's every single time, though,
oh no, that's habitual.
Over again. Yeah, exactly.
She's using the George Bush rule.
On star, Grace.
On star. Fool me twice, shame on me. You can't fool me 3 times. She using the George Bush rule, and I ain't gonna knock it, because I honestly later, you always gonna give somebody one chance to F up. We're not saying that I'm going because I will. Me personally, I'm an excommunicado, or in my mind. You might be yeah, you for fun now. You a fun chick now. You might be able to prove to me later on that, yeah, you can get out of that, but you're gonna get put in the category. But straight up just saying I'm done with you, man, it's gotta be some egregious shit. You don't hit me up the next day, you don't hit me up the day after that, a whole week passed by and you be like, yeah, man, it's crazy happened. First off, I'm not even gonna be in the mindset of hearing you out. What you got locked up in Guatemala or some shit? What the fuck wrong? What happened to you? You ain't hit me up for a whole week? You already stood me up, but nah, man, look, I understand giving people chances and stuff, and I'm with Grace. I'm with Jane on that. One time, okay. 2 times, that's when we got a problem. We really got a problem. The first time, I'm really gonna be looking at you funny. But if I give you another chance and let you do it again, you done after 2. You gotta be done after 2, because
so 2 strikes and you're out.
You playing with me. I'm gonna take that as disrespect. You are playing with me. Because people that you're interested in, you'll give them chances. An average Joe walking down the street, you're not going to give him a chance. It's like a homeless person be like, yeah, I really need a job. You're like, man, I got one. Just show up here at 7 o'clock. That homeless person don't show up, you might be like, I'm good on you, bro.
Hey, Jay, let me ask you this, Jay. Let me ask you this. The stand-up happens, all right, boom, they fuck up the first time. On that second time, do you have a plan B in the woodworks just in case?
Or just in case they don't show up?
Yeah.
You talking about a plan B for that night?
A plan B set up, ready to go.
I got a plan. Look, every night I got a plan B.
All right, then. Okay, now.
Ain't never no plan B. Look, we talked about planning. I told you I live my life by the 5 Ps. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Hey,
if this don't come through, I already got a spot every time that I can go to get something. So it's you'll never be
Peter
on
Piper, pickle pepper. All right, got you.
Every dude should always think about it. If you always have a backup for something, you will never truly be disappointed.
Yeah, but are you telling that backup that you have plans and then you're doing the same thing?
No, the backup is the backup. The backup is always the one that you can just hit up.
Oh,
what
last
you doing?
minute. Last minute thing. Okay.
And my backup is not an actual person. My backup is a place where I can get people.
Oh, fuck it. They didn't show up. I'm going to my spot and go watch the game and eat some wings. You know, you can't get caught up. Like, you think I'm gonna dress up, look all cute, and that date fell through. I'm still not gonna go out. I mean, depending on my mood. No, not
the strip. I think Smitty was at. Look, I'll tell y'all my spot in my city. Top Golf.
What? My guy after me. You need to say what he gotta say.
Now I'm just saying, Top Golf is my spot. Like, if anybody want to know the secret, Top Golf.
Okay, but let me introduce. I got Jay up here. Thank you for coming. I mean, I appreciate the support. I don't know how long you've been listening to, but what say you about time management? This is something that's spinned off from last week's show of procrastination. In order to minimize procrastination, we have to master the skill of time management. And a lot of us, it's a learned behavior. I mean, I think that this is something that should be taught in school. Instead of teaching inappropriate things at school, time management is a basic life skill because it teaches you to work on time. It teaches you to be at meetings on time. It just teaches you to get things done and prioritize. What do you have to say, Jay?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. Time management is one of the most important things ever. I don't give a damn whoever the hell is raised in this era. If you weren't out that shit, then you had some lazy ass parents and some lazy ass grandparents. I had grandparents and freaking parents and cousins to teach my ass that time, your own time is valuable. And if you don't value your own time, then well, you're gonna be easy to get stepped on. And trust me, no one in my family, I tell you, my aunts, my uncles, will not allow anyone to get stepped on, especially when it's their own time. So time management for like a date in particular, I'll say this. I give one person one chance to show you who you are. I don't know if you're cute, shy, whatever. I don't give a damn. If you don't show up on time, and I'm always there early, so I don't mind being there early. I always spend 15 minutes doing something. But like I said, the extra minutes I'll give you 10 minutes. When those minutes, I'm about to fucking dip. I don't care if you show up 30 minutes late. I'm already gone. And the reason why that is because I could be reading a really good book right now, or I could be managing my business right now. It's very simple.
So what if 10 minutes come?
I'll be honest. I'm 32 years old. I value my own time right now. And what I got going on.
You sound like a metro bus.
So what if 10 minutes come? What if 10 minutes come and you're trying to call that person and the person don't answer?
Oh, no. Once
then you have to keep it moving.
One time. I'll give you a call one time. No, I'll give you a call one, and if there's no response within that 5 minutes that I'm giving you to get here or respond back to me, bye, I'm out. I've done that before. I'm like,
you give them like a warning, like, hey, by the way, I'm not like, I'm really punctual, so I'm not gonna wait. Like, don't be late. I'm not gonna wait more than 10 minutes for somebody.
Oh no. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, you let them know
about this, and trust me, this is the one thing about me you'll know that is very consistent. I prefer everybody to be here on time. If there is an incident, give me a call ahead of time. Like, this is just basic shit that, I'll be honest, this is like basic shit that kids have to be told by their grandparents or mothers to do. And I find that funny. That was the first thing my father ever told me. If you're late to anything, give me a call. Give me your mother a call. If you're dating a woman, the first thing he told me, don't ever, you always be there early. You don't get a chance, you don't get to make the excuse you're late. Just be there early. That shows your willingness to get there and a bit of your character right there. But people don't respect. The problem we have today is that people don't respect each other's time, and we all could be doing something else, to be honest. And just like I said, like a trait that's not taught. I do agree with Grace. I'll agree with you on that.
And Jay, to piggyback on that, my dad told me, well, he said man, but I'm gonna change it. He said a person is only as good as their word. And yes, a lot of men test women, Jane. They will purposely see if you're on time. They will purposely see how you handle the situation that you're not on time. And I don't know if you guys understand this, but men test us because now they got their eyes are opening. That's their part of the vetting process. You know, they don't want to be stuck with a woman that's late all the time. If they got a lot of meetings going on, things going on in their life, you need to be ready. I ain't got time to wait. I need 20 more minutes. If you meet, if you come across a guy like Jay or JVJ, they're gonna cut you loose.
The testing them, they always ask, "What is the pop quiz?" So they don't like that.
Well, I test.
Well, Grace, funny thing
everybody
about
tests
that.
each other in one way or another.
Yeah, I'll bring up my ex in this case. Like, I was willing to go to pick her up, but she was always there. Like, she was always done like 15 minutes earlier. But she did that because she knew we had plans. And I was going to be there at the time I said I was going to be there. I wasn't dicking around when I was driving. I was driving. I wasn't stopping at extra places. I'm like, I'm going to go get her. Then we going to chill out the rest of the day. So things like that. It's just like, and because listen, I'm more understanding when I'm picking y'all up. I know y'all take an extra few minutes. Just don't take 28 hours. That's all I'm asking.
Fuck that.
But I know that.
Look, 5 minutes, we cool.
Yeah, 5 to 10.
Above that, we got a problem. You wasn't ready. Look, it's gonna be a bad date. Anybody, like ladies included. If this guy, you was supposed to pick him up, you was gonna pay for the date. And you go to his house and he got you outside waiting for 10 minutes, you can't tell me that's not gonna be a problem.
Hey Jay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, Jay.
Jay was looking like it wouldn't be a problem. She wasn't really like
no,
it.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jay.
Hold on, guys. Smitty want to say something.
I want to ask you this, Jay.
Go ahead,
have you ever seen how long a woman takes in a bathroom?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like they just, I don't know. It's like they just, I don't know. The toilet eats them or something. I don't know. They just vanish. They just go in that bitch. I don't know if they start using the toilet paper to knit quilts and shit. I don't know what they're doing. But something happens when they go in there, right?
Yeah, my wife.
So the only thing I'm saying, Jay, is that if we know it's something just as simple as, baby, ready to go? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. You ain't figured this shit out yet? So if we know they can't even make it out the door, or even in and out of bathroom within what I would consider reasonable time, don't you think you might want to give them sometimes a little grace? Because women, I don't know, late and women, it's like crunchy and fried chicken. I don't know.
I gotta piggyback that as a woman.
No, I ain't piggybacking Grace because I'm gonna drop a dime after that.
Okay.
I'm late with my girls.
I'll be honest.
I think Grace, you said you was gonna say something. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
You said you want to piggyback. I'm gonna jump in after that.
Okay, the thing is, I'm the type of woman that if I know I'm dating a guy like JVJ or Jay, I will adjust my behavior if I want to be with that guy or like that guy enough. So with that, Smitty, if that girl likes you enough, then she will fucking not make an excuse and set her alarm every 15 minutes. And I told you I mastered the skill because I logged how long it usually takes me to get dressed. And then once I logged how long it takes me to get dressed, I try to shave some of that time. Okay. And then I set alarm. People can change your behavior. If Jay set expectations and told me, look, I like to be on time. I don't like to wait. You need to be ready. And if that woman can't fulfill that, then she's not the woman for Jay, because you're telling them that that's who I am. Like Jane, she accepted the floor from her man. Jay and JV are not going to accept that from a woman, and they won't date that woman.
While we're here and everything's flowing smooth, Gracie, could you tell me what the fuck do y'all do when y'all go in the bathroom? Like what do you do?
I mean, do you really want to know? I'll give you the intel because
no. I don't want details, but like I don't know. I mean, are you like remodeling and shit? Like what's going
hair.
on? Like putting
it's
in new
hair.
towels?
It's makeup. It's skincare. Shaving. No, and sometimes we bullshitting on the phone. We're listening to music. We're dancing.
All right.
A female is just a different species. Female,
thank you for that inside scoop.
A female is a different
DJ
species.
trying to say something now.
A female is a different species. A female is a different built up. A female is a different everything, different from a man. So female do have to do their thing.
Look, my rebuttal to that, and I know I'm sound very cynical tonight. I know I am. Like real shit. My wife used to do the bullshit when we first started dating. One of the big requirements for me to marry her was that shit stopped. Grace, you know good and goddamn well y'all be bullshitting in the bathroom. And it's not from the fact of intentionally going in there and bullshitting. It's the simple fact of losing track of time.
Yup, and that's why I keep my alarm every 15 minutes to keep me on track. That's exactly why I do it. Oh, the alarm went off. What am I doing? Oh shit, I didn't put my eyelashes on. I got to, now I got to rush the next 15 minutes to catch up. And then you're exactly right. We do bullshit sometimes, but sometimes it just takes longer than expected. Maybe the hair's not acting right.
No, fuck all that, because you playing. We talking about planning. The first, you was good. You was doing 100. I was going to give you a certified S. And then you fucked it up. And now I got to give your ass a C- because you was doing good. There's no excuse in it. We all grown. Like, this is the one thing. When we get in the real world, we're all grown-ass adults. I know we live in a time right now where people just throw out excuses left and right, and they prey on people being sympathetic to their cause. Fuck your cause. Let's say you believe in a higher power. Your cause, like somebody else's cause, is not gonna stop you from getting into heaven. No, you gonna get on your own shit. If shit hit the fucking fan and we at the end of the world, you don't give a fuck that, oh, my ankles hurt, bitch. Well, you got water. I'm taking it from you. You're not gonna care about none of that nonsense. I understand that sounds very cynical, but you gotta get in the mindset of like, nah, look, my girl used to always do the nonsense. But once she started to realize that if I take too long, when I already knew, and I had ample amount of time to do it, and I already knew we were going somewhere, as soon as she started being late, while she putting shit on, I'm taking shit off. I'm not going nowhere.
Jay, people is there any room for sympathy?
No, people don't get people act the way you allow them to act around you. If you have a certain standard and you don't make them meet it, they will break that standard. I'm not saying try to be an asshole, but like if you give your kid, like, look, don't be grabbing stuff when you go in the store. Cause they grabbed something one time. And then next time you go in there, they grabbing something again, and you look at them like, why you grab something? I told you don't grab something next time you go in the store. You probably should have smacked them. Smack their ass one time and see if they grab something the next time you go in the store. People learn from consequences. I ain't gonna just say pain, but when you don't get what you want, when you desired it, because you did something opposite of it, you will change your behavior or you will continue to do. What do we call it?
No, that's facts, because a lot of people doing dumb shit based upon the simple fact that
delusion doing the same thing and
social media and everything else rewards them. It rewards the shit out of them for doing dumb shit. So that's why it's not changing.
I have a question. I have a question to ask, but I know that guy
had to go first. Jane has something first, and then you, DJ.
I have a question to ask, but I know
hold on, DJ. Jane raised her hand. Hold on, DJ.
Yeah, we're saying about him. He waiting so long to speak, so I think he should talk now. And
Stan!
Yeah, he waiting so long for talk.
You're right. I'm sorry. Jane, hold on a second. Stan been waiting for a minute for that sub at the deli line.
It's going to be 4 quick points. The first one, for the mental health part, I know everybody say like take the pills, but it's more than just taking pills. You do have to apply the work. So if you're like for me, ADHD is not just good enough for me to take pills. I have to apply this homework, and I have to do journaling and scheduling and this work. So I don't want people to think that the pill is a do-all, fix-all. You do have to do work. Pills don't fix. Pills only help. The second one is for Jane. The boyfriend you had before, he didn't experience loss. He didn't experience consequences. Pretty much everybody accepted. And because of that, he just kept on going. Because if he experienced some kind of like loss, he will get it. Like he has to show up. Because if he don't show up, there's a consequence. And loss is the biggest consequence when it comes from men. Third, I know that Jay, the first Jay, said that there's only one or two things that happens on a date why somebody's late. There's a third reason that I've been late on a date. Not saying this guy did it to you, Jane. A lot of times I'm late on a date because I'm finishing up another date.
Or I'm man over here trying to self-snitch. He self-snitching.
No, it's just the truth. I'm finishing off. I'm just coming from another date.
Hey, but guess what? That still applies to the first one. You didn't care that much.
I do care.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I care. Because you wouldn't have let the last date, the first date, go too long.
I don't want you to smell the other date.
No,
so I'm gonna wash up.
That's your lack of planning, sir.
I'm going to wash up. Because here's something,
that's your
right?
lack of planning. You should have planned that shit out.
But here's number 4, right? The backup to every date I had. Now, before you guys somehow like, don't go ahead and don't be petty. Guess what? My backup is always another person. And how I've shown that, they're going to go back to this, right? The person that we have to reschedule the date. I don't tell her, right? So we plan another date. On that date, she will see the second date that I have because I'm like, yo, thank you for this time. I appreciate you. And my friend is here. So every time I say friend, it's not one of my boys. It's another girl I'm about to see. I know it's petty,
you a round
but that's
of applause,
me.
Man. I'm gonna clap you up. That man get bitches. Y'all heard him. He been saying it all night, and y'all ain't been listening.
No, not that. I just put people in check. I just put her in check. Put all the women you date in check. Like, hey, I got options, and you're gonna see these options.
You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel. Look, that's 24/7.
Yeah, because it's important. Because a lot of times women think that, hey, he's gonna wait. And again, okay, fine, I wait. But also when it's done and when it's all said and done, you will see that my time is valuable. And here's another woman you're about to see that I'm spending time with, and that's how I do it. Now the old me was worse at it than the new me. The old me would do it at night where I'm just like, okay, we're done, receive a phone call, and you hear the conversation while I'm driving you home.
Right,
I'm about to see this other woman. That's the
asshole.
Yeah, you guys, this turned into personal time management when it was.
You know we get pussy. James wants to say something though.
Stan, is that based on? Stan, is that based on the fact
I was gonna say, wait, am I?
Yeah, it's you, Jane. Okay. It's you, Jane.
It's you.
So I was gonna say, I do think like sometimes if it is like a chronic thing, like it's a habitual, like you're being late all the time, if there's a difference between just like not giving a shit that you're late and you're just like, oh, people are gonna wait for me, whatever. And I understand if some people will not accept that person. Well, no, so this is what I was gonna say. I think there's a difference. Sometimes Jane. I think it is indicative of something going on in their life, whether it's like depression or something they're going through, or maybe just something like mentally, like an OCD issue or anxiety, just something that's like affecting them behind the scenes.
You don't need to be fucking with them.
Well, Jane. So that's
you
your
don't need to be fucking with them, Jane.
That's your. No, I'm
Jane, 3 years? You put up with that bullshit for 3 years. No,
I'm not talking about him. I'm just talking about sometimes if somebody's acting like that, like it could be indicative, and then that's up to that person if they want to deal with that or not. But it could also, if I'm saying like if there's a friend who is like showing up late all of a sudden, like that might be an indicator that there's something else going on.
James.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm
the
not
fact.
making an
Fall
excuse.
out.
It's
But
just
Stan,
like
Fall out in this bitch.
execution.
I got
James.
Can I
to
ask
Stan
Jane a
real quick.
question?
Well, yeah,
Stan,
you don't have
James.
to deal with it. I'm just saying that could be why.
James.
so
Okay,
Stan,
so
is
Let
that
Jane,
me
let's put
James.
herself.
Let me
Stan,
hold on.
is there like
Hold on a
a
second. Hold on a
is there
second.
like
One
a
mic, one mic, one mic.
so
Hold on a
Stan,
second.
basically
Just
let me
let me
ask this
know
let
when
me
I can go. I want to ask Jane a question.
let me ask this real quick.
Okay,
Stan,
Smitty.
All right,
Stan,
thank you.
are you doing that because you just have a lack of trust when it comes to like just women? Is that where all this is coming from? Is it a lack of
I'm
trust?
going to answer your question. I'm going to answer Jane's question with the mental health part.
Got you.
For me, right, it's not
Damn,
about
it's trying to
trust.
change it.
It's not about trust. I have to now. I hate to say this. No, I don't. I grew up with I grew up in Florida. I grew up with Islanders. And what I mean by Islanders, I'm talking people from Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Haiti. Man, it's about pimping. Like, don't get pimped. You got to do the pimping. And when you see all these women, do you know what time it is? You got competition. And one thing I noticed with women will say they don't like competition, but competition does drive up your value as a man. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just showing you how valuable I am.
James.
That's it.
Alrighty
James.
then.
Now for Jane, I'm gonna say this. For in this instance, for people with mental health, and I get it that people have mental health issues and everything else, right? But with that comes in work. Just because you have mental health issues does not mean that everybody else is gonna sit down and placate to your mental health issues.
No, I understand that. Like,
No,
you
not
need
you.
to work on it. But...
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. For people with mental health issues, a lot of times we think that other people gonna be sympathetic, and for other people, I want to say this because I have it. I have to take responsibility. I can't play around with it because I'm going to disappoint other people, and I don't want people to listen to this and making it into something where it's like, well, everybody's going to support me and going to expect this from me, but no, that's not true. Because when you meet with a therapist and you work on it, that's the one thing they tell you. It's almost like a 12-step program. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to do the work. It's not good enough to tell people that you're going through something. You have to take initiative and accountability and do the work to make yourself better.
Well, that's why I was looking at it from like the other side. Like if you're dating someone and you really like this person and care about them, and you notice they're being late and they're being like, they're apologetic, they're like, I'm so sorry, I don't know why this keeps happening, like I'm really trying. It's like maybe that's like you could push them into doing it's like you need help with this, and then they obviously need to take it from there. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink it. But so if you care about them, like I think there's a little bit of room to see if they're willing to actually work on themselves and make changes, and then if not, like I mean,
yeah, I'll help you with that part. So what needs to happen? What needs to happen, right? On the you're not a therapist in that relationship. What you could do is listen and say, hey, what's changed? I noticed that you've been doing this. You haven't done this before. There might be some stressors that's there, or it could be they need to go ahead and adjust their medication. But that's not the part. The part you can be to be supportive is like, hey, let's go to a doctor together, because you can't read minds. They just need some extra help. And I want everybody to know the difference between a therapist and a psychiatrist. Those things are very different. So just
bro.
Therapy.
Hey, bro, you telling her to do a whole lot of shit, bro. Hell no, bro. She's
in a relationship. What she explained was,
she's not a doctor. Hell no, that's too much, bro. It's like she going to get pregnant, getting a baby, growing that baby from a toddler coming up to a teenager. That's too much,
but
man.
That was the first thing I said. I told her she's not a therapist, but she has the empathy and she care about the person. Hold on, let me say this real quick. She has the empathy and care about the person. You're gonna put a boundary there, and that's what I put up. Like, you're not the therapist. The only thing you can say is like, hey, I noticed this change. What's going on? And then the only thing you'll put back on that person is like, hey, can you call who's the person that you've seen? Who's your therapist that you need to go to? Because a lot of times people need help in getting that part, because a lot of times when we forget, like, people feel ashamed already for what's going on and dealing with their own brain. support doesn't mean that you're gonna be their therapist. Support could be like, hey, I'm gonna drop you off, and then we can talk about it later. And that's all. I'm not
can I
asking
say
you to raise
something?
another
Hold on, DJ Sting. Hold on, DJ Sting. Hold on a second. DJ Sting, hold on.
Can I say something?
Grace,
Because
you're muted.
Hold on a second, DJ Sting. Hold on, bro. Let me say
he's
this.
gonna talk about getting help. If she meets someone and that person not interested to get help, it's not going nowhere. Okay? So what she need to meet somebody who have that patient like she, right? She got a lot of patience, so she need to meet someone who have that patience. When she meet that person who have that patience and time, then she got a perfect match. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I have a boyfriend now, and he is actually very patient.
Where he at?
But so like now I'm like the one who was like showing up late and stuff.
I want to see him. I ain't said hey to him
He
in a while.
was, I don't know, he was very like, he wasn't like just like cool with it, but he like understood that, I don't know, like I felt really
Here
bad.
she goes. She find her perfect match. Here she goes. She find her perfect match.
Yeah.
You have patience, just like how she got patience. She wait 3 years. 3 years worth of patience. So now she meets somebody gonna wait for the lifetime of patience. So here she goes. She go.
Okay, so we're gonna let Smitty say his thing, and then I gotta bring up M3. Fam, you have something to say?
Hello, family.
Yeah, I did. Let me say this though. Sometimes when it comes to mental health, there's some people who don't have control,
I think you're muted.
and they need people to step in, and they need people to basically try to, help them out. So not everybody can have control over their mental health. There's some situations where you don't have control. You know what I'm saying? So when that happens, you know what I mean, you need people to kind of be patient with you. You know what I'm saying? Or you need somebody to step in and take over.
Help.
So yeah.
Man, you better go. Like, why is everybody talking about being in a possible relationship with somebody that has mental problems? They need to be dealing with their mental problems. You don't need to be thinking about being in a relationship with them. They got bigger fish to fry. Like, we keep talking about how we gonna work around somebody having mental problems. You shouldn't be talking to nobody that's got mental problems. That's a selfish thing to do. I'm not knocking nobody that want to help somebody, but it sounds like we're trying to be in a relationship with these people that have something mentally going on. I don't like hearing the mental excuse because there's avenues to fix that. There's avenues to work on that. I shouldn't be trying to run before I can crawl.
The problem is everybody's always in a rush to like jump into these relationships. It's heavily advertised, But I agree with you though, as far as like people who have like certain issues, deal with those issues first. But the reality is that people are not going to deal with those issues. They think that getting into a relationship is like the quick fix, especially in this era right now. You got everybody that's jumping from relationship to relationship. You can't
not
like
with a healed person,
huh?
Not M3, not with a person that has put the work in and has gone to counseling and therapy. Because you know what, I've done the work, and I recognize that if I was to date somebody like Jay, I'm not gonna get what I want. So I'm the one that has to adjust my behavior. No, I'm not gonna get away. I'm just gonna do things right. If I want to keep the guy, no, I'm not trying to get away with. Because if Jay set the expectation, look, we're going to dinner. Please be ready by 7:30. He already said it. He probably really meant 7:45, but he's saying 7:30. I'm gonna be ready. Unless something happens, like I gave you the scenario that at work, and I will call him right away. I will excuse myself from my bosses and be like, in order for me to agree to this, I need to make a phone call. And I'm calling. I'm not waiting 2 hours later or 20 minutes prior to pick up, and be like, that's just rude. My thing is people nowadays just walk around like I don't give a fuck. It's hooray for me and fuck everybody else. And that is what's making this world the way the world is today. Yeah, we're talking about time management, but now this shit got bigger than I expected because
that's what she said.
And to piggyback Jay's not putting up the other Jay. He's not putting up with excuses. No, fuck that. You know, DJ's thing. He shows a little bit more empathy. Stan said, "Nah, I'm just getting off from another date. Work that shit out." But Smitty, what say you? You've been patient.
Hey, good night, all of y'all. Y'all have fun.
No, I was.
Thanks for coming, Jay.
Nigga, because I can't hear y'all good. I'm gonna reboot my phone, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Does anybody remember why Domino's started free in 30 minutes or less? Free if after 30 minutes or less.
They were getting too many complaints.
People were complaining about timing. They were complaining about the fact of getting cold products. Shit taking, an hour and a half. They wanted the pizza for the movie's halfway over, shit like that. So all I'm saying is that to piggyback on what Jay was saying, when certain things are put in demand, I swear on life, you'd be surprised with a change overnight. So it is not just about the person in which that may function that way. It's about the demeanor and the stance that you take. Because I would say a lot like how Jay was saying in that way. As far as once you stand me up or something, and I'm talking about friendships or whatever. I ain't just talking about dating. I'm talking about homeboys that do that bam ass shit. And then I hate when niggas get to talking this retarded shit, talking about something. Man, I don't work for you. You ain't my boss. Nigga, you set the time. You made the plans. You said I'm gonna come get you, or we gonna meet at 2:00 at this place. Don't start talking to me crazy because I'm actually fucking following through. See, I don't like that dumb shit. See, that's when I get to cussing niggas out. I told you, I'm just trying to work on that. Now,
that's all that matters.
I'm working on it. I'm working on some things. So only thing I'm saying is that I do get it, but when you do have to also set a certain tone in a certain position, because the more people that person come around and they're like, you know what, I can't slack, I can't bullshit. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I gotta be about my word. I can't just bullshit when I want to. I have to, conduct myself accordingly when I'm around Smitty or when I'm around Grace or whomever. But other than that, I digress. My mic is muted. I'll be right back, Gracie.
All righty, no problem. Hi, Foxy. How are you? Guys, I haven't even gotten through half my notes because this went I'm loving it. It went a whole different way, but at the end of the day, it all starts with us. It all starts with you. These excuses, extreme circumstances, but at the end of the day, what are you doing to change? What are you doing to do better? And 3, you haven't been here for long, but you've been listening. What do you have to say?
Well, I'll definitely say and it's interesting because I know earlier, you did mention about how you want the show to kind of conduct, on topic. So I'll try to make sure.
And we're at 10:50, 2 hours and 21 minutes. Go figure. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's just the problem with with live streaming. You're gonna get everyone's different opinions to it. To kind of stick to the topic or whatever, because you guys mentioned about managing time and what Smitty was talking about, how he hates when people they make plans, but then it's you try to give the person the utmost respect by valuing their time, but then they don't even go through the plans that they set up. And the part is what always gonna irks me, because the thing is, look, money, whatever, could make you happy or whatever, but you will never get that time. Time is the essence. Time is important. So, excuse me if I take things personal when people violate my time. And I'm not talking about just the dating type of relationships. I'm talking about relationships where it could be work, friendship, family. When you start kind of taking my time for granted, I'm going to treat you in a certain type of way. you're gonna start becoming less of a priority for me to spend my time with when you're disrespecting my own time, you know, and then you expect for me to be okay with it. On the flip side, a lot of times people don't really say how they really feel because they don't want to feel like they're being a whiner, or they don't want to feel weak or something by just saying that, look, man or woman, you know, I didn't appreciate you for being late. You know, I didn't appreciate you for standing me up, and I made my time to come see you. If that was going to happen, you know, I would have gave my time up for something that would have been more productive. But we're too afraid to say that. And then it falls on us because, like, you know, of the fear of, you know, sounding like a wuss. You know what I mean? The pride that it's in us. So we brush off, be like, oh, it's cool. It's all right. No biggie or whatever. Because we try to practice stoicism, but at the same time, we're not really practicing on just being truthfully and honest with those people, so they'll never disrespect our time again. And I digress.
And again, it's called setting boundaries and standards. And God forbid if a man, and I'm talking to my ladies embracers because this is some real shit. Men are allowed to set standards and expectations, and you can't turn around and get mad at them and say, oh, who hurt you? Did your mama drop you when you were a baby? No. See, the thing is, the reason why I think it's gotten so bad with women's messy behavior is because men been sitting on the sidelines for too long, and they've been quiet. Why? Because they want to avoid conflict. They want to get pussy at the end of the night, or they don't want to argue, or they just want to maintain peace. But the men are coming out now. They are opening their eyes. They're realizing that, like, nah, I'm not gonna not say nothing. You were late. And then you meet somebody like JVJ who's like, yo, no, I'm not having it. You meet somebody like Jay and he was like, no, this is a deal breaker for me. If you're not a person that's not on time, I can't date you. And that's okay. But women would turn around and disrespect a man, insult him, and cut him up because, God forbid, he says you need to be on time. Like, really? You know, so y'all better start planning every 15 minutes an alarm. My thing is 2 hours prior. You know, sometimes I'm early. I try to beat it. That's I challenge myself. Like, I'm early. I'm waiting on you. I opened up a beer. You know, was chilling, be like, he'll call me, he's like, yo, you ready? How long you got before you done? I'm like, I'm ready. I like saying that to my dude. I'm ready. What? You know, but women don't think like that because they walk around being so self-entitled that the world revolves around them, all because you got a box. Do y'all ladies realize that's the most thing that's walking around this earth right now is boxes, and men can just pick and choose? And you're right. Men need to speak up. Men need to set standards, and I bet you women's behavior will change. For the men on the panel, do you am I lying? Did I say anything wrong?
No, I mean you're absolutely, like, you know, spot on. It just in addition to it, it's like, okay, like men, I don't want to lose my train of thought, but men, like, when we condition women to have a certain type of behavior, you know, we gotta check ourselves, like, you know what I mean, like, and be like, okay, like, how much do we love ourselves, you know, or what kind of void are we missing that we're trying to find? Because sometimes, a lot of times, you know, a lot of us have a void that we're missing, and we keep trying to chase after that. And sometimes it don't even be about, like, just with the woman, you know, but we feel like the woman could actually fill that void that is missing. And so that also, you know, propels us from, like, you know, speaking up when we actually feel a certain type of way, you know. Yes, I mean, I do agree when you said that we do have the option or the right to, you know, let people know, or no, set boundaries and all that. But the realistic point of view, unfortunately, right, is that like we really don't have, the say so to really say certain things without the confrontation, without the sharp tone, or making us feel even worse than what we was already feeling. And then the other part is that the manipulation will come back around because, I'm not saying all women, but just the unruly ones that most of them are dealing with, they're gonna use your feelings against you to make you look like the bad guy, where you end up apologizing to them.
But that's why you can't say nothing, and you just live by example through your actions, and that's how you got to do it.
But sometimes I'm tired of just living by example and just letting let my voice be silent. The more I let myself be silent, the more I lose a part of myself.
But they know when you don't advertise them. They know, they get it. They're like, wait a minute, are you not picking up the phone because A, B, C, and D? Are you not meeting up with me because A, B, C, and D? Go ahead, Jay. Oh, Jay, you want to say?
Oh no, I wanted to say something, but I was shout out to my lady in the chat, man. Shout out to her and her husband. Hey, Mimsy, what's up? It's been a long time. I was actually thinking about you guys last week. I'm like, where the hell did you guys go? Let me know if y'all still doing your channel and conversations. I love to be part of that shit. I'm thinking about getting some land myself. But shout out to anybody who doesn't know Mimsy. Check out her channel and everything. She's freaking amazing. Check out her. But to add to the topic, actually, this is something I think most guys have to understand. Time is currency. Shout out to Foxy who said that time is currency. I actually agree with you. And what you do your time is very precious to you every day. Like I said, listen, you got one life. I suggest you all live it and use it to minimize what you do throughout the day. I do a job. I run a business. I got two things. I got two jobs to keep my ass busy. Get 2 days off in order to make time for myself for what I'm going to do that day off. So, for example, if I already had a date planned, particularly, and me and this girl already talked about doing, like I said, you wait till the last minute to tell me, or you don't contact me at all, I don't want to hear you. Don't give two shits. I don't care. That's that because listen, clearly, I was invested. Your ass was not. So, kick rocks. Personally, when I say that, because I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna waste time with someone who has no interest in actually getting to know me or spend time with me particularly, or just listen. Because I tell about this. I don't care if we had the water or just had the salad. Put your goddamn phone away. This is between you and me. I'm trying to know you, trying to explore the vibe, whatever we got going on between us. If there's actually even a connect there, then I know I want to move forward. But you won't get to any of that if people don't show up on time. And ladies, the same shit I say for y'all, because I know you have a little more, probably an extreme more tolerance than I do when it comes to that shit. So, because my girls have always been on the receiving end of that. There are a couple that I know. I'm like, I told them, I'm like, yeah, they were fuck boys. So, what'd you expect? Honestly, they weren't gonna show up. So,
yeah,
that's just a little people.
Yeah. So I was gonna pick it up back to what Grace was saying. Men need to step up about female running late. And I'm gonna ask about this question again. Why female stay in the bathroom so long? What happened makes female have to take so long to get dressed? Why female have a self-esteem about themselves? Something is wrong. Their makeup don't put on good, or they gotta put on makeup, they gotta comb them hair, they gotta do something extra when they are going out. So guess what? We the guys gotta have patience with females. Females always late. If you're gonna marry, the guy have to be in the church first. Stand up, wait till the female walk down the aisle. Female always late in everything. Even having
all right
sex,
now, not all females now.
sex,
Don't put us all in a box.
even having sex, female takes so long to bust that nut. If that guy come before that female, hell pop loose. There's no first come first serve around here. She get mad at you. Okay, so everything female always late about everything. Why?
Like a new problem.
I can't answer for all females. I can only answer for me. You know, Sting, not every woman is the same. And then about us taking forever to have an orgasm, that's how we're built. Especially if, you know, if you're the type of guy, if you're going to do a slam bam, thank you. We're ovens. Y'all are microwaves. We take a little bit longer to warm up. And plus the chemistry. If there's no chemistry there, because I didn't have one that make me come faster than Amazon Prime. Okay? So shit. You know, it's really the chemistry that you have with that man and the connection and how you feeling him. Because just by the slightest touch, a woman can, you know what I'm saying, feel the energy. So that too.
I think it's also people don't understand people haven't really focused on or understand like female pleasure and orgasms and stuff until more recently. I think that's a big part of it too. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, a lot of times, like, you do have to do a foreplay, meet her in her mind, make her feel secure,
feel safe.
There's like a whole combination.
Fat and full.
It's also herself. How she like knows her own body and stuff too. Like
No. Listen, we're not gonna stray away from the topic. It's time management. But what I'm saying, majority with the time management thing is like female. We the men have to have patience with female. You guys easy to get in feelings. You guys go in the bathroom and spend such a long time. The worst thing I hate is you and a female live together, and when you reach outside to the car, oh shit, she forgot something. She gone back inside again. Spend the next 15 minutes gonna search for what she put on, looking for. Hey, that shit's so annoying, man. Females, you guys not.
Well, you know what? You can't live with us and you can't put us down. So it is really, you either adapt and make the necessary adjustments, or pick the woman that fits your plan. You can't put us all in that same box.
Grace, I'm just adjusting as what you say earlier, and you say we, the man, need to speak out. And then all female will change. But no, all female not going to change, because female are more stubborn more than man. Highway are the local road. Local road are the highway. And for female, is the highway.
I mean, I hear you, but I can't speak for all women. And I'm a trainable type of woman. If I date a certain type of man and he tells me and has certain expectations and I like him enough, I'm gonna oblige. I'm gonna obey. Okay, because I want that and I want to be with him. If I don't give up, you know what? And he just on my roster, then if you put up with it, you put up with it. If you don't, and that's what you men have to do too. If you like her enough, you'll put up with it.
This is a question I want to ask the two female on this panel. And I think Fox is there listening to. All the females, I want to ask you girls a question, right? You girls ever go out, say you and your partner going out somewhere, and you know you're supposed to reach at that time, the party start like 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the night. But because of what you're doing in the bathroom and all these things,
leave her ass and she'll take a Uber.
No. You reach there, but you reach there late. And then your boyfriend look at you and say, babes, you see, that part of the show we missed. How you girls feel in yourself?
Wait, what did he say?
That we missed that part of the show.
Yeah. How you feel when you know you caused that part to miss, and you're late. You because of it. How you feel?
I mean, if it's a woman with a conscience and she cares about that man, she's gonna be remorseful, and she's gonna apologize and try to make it better. Now it's up to you it's up to you how you're gonna respond to her response. You can't get mad because we didn't respond the way you wanted us to respond. I mean, if the girls don't care, or it's not that big a deal, we got this show, then she don't care, and you're not a priority. But if she's remorseful and wants to make it up to you, change behavior is the best apology. If she keeps doing it over and over and over again, then that apology wasn't shit. But if you see that she made the adjustments and changed, then the apology was sincere and genuine. That's with any gender, because I don't want to box this into just women, because men are late too sometimes over some dumb shit. I was with my boys and we was playing a game and it got good. Or we was playing 2 out of 3 on the court and then it got to be the best out of 5. So I mean, I don't want to just bash my ladies out here, even though this is a channel that I do advocate for men. But at the end of the day, I'm still a woman, and we can't box all women in. I'm just saying is that men need to set standards. If you don't like your chick to be late, put it out there like Mr. J does. He gives you the fucking memo. He gives you a syllabus. When you go to college and you get a syllabus and you get the expectations, when the assignments are due, when the tests are, and if you don't follow that syllabus, then you need to learn to walk away. I don't care how good that head is or how good that box is. Walk away.
All right, Jamie, how you feel? What you
got
think?
to let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, no, I would feel bad, and I think it also, obviously, if you miss something that you can't, get back, I'm gonna feel bad, and I think it also matters how was this their favorite band, with their favorite comedian? Were they waiting for this all year, and you fucked up and you made them miss it? I think that is a good display of how much that person prioritizes you, and it's an example of how much they care about you. Now there might be some instances where it literally was out of her control or something, but in most cases, probably 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, it's probably her just not really caring about what he cares about. I do think there's some unacceptable things. I've had dates with somebody where we've been talking all week. We were talking that day. I've had people literally tell me they called the Uber for me and then just stop answering. Literally. Or we'll talk that day, we're going out tonight, and then just stop answering and shit like that. And it's just no, I'm not, that's just if you have to cancel and you don't tell me, that's just no, I'm not dealing with that. But, and then I do appreciate what Jay says about actually telling her, being forward with her and telling her hey, this is something about me. I will not accept lateness, 5-10 minutes. If you don't tell me, I'm out. Because for me, that would just save both of our times, because I probably wouldn't even just knowing myself, I know I'm probably going to be at least 15 minutes late. So at that point, I'm this probably is not going to work, and it's just going to save both of our times in the end. So if that's really a stickler for you, I really do suggest, unless you want to do the testing thing, it's up to you. But if you care, if you like this person, just be forward, tell them this is who I am, this is my expectations, my boundaries, whatever. I think that's
all right. For all the man them on this panel right now, right? You ever meet up into any female where they're wrong and they know they're late, they know the cause of it, and they don't, really put on their big panty and be man up and say, okay, shit, I apologize, whatever. But once the man himself or you late, you don't see the end of the story. She cussed the shit out of you.
I'm only gonna take this one first because I gotta go get ready for work. I've met women who will be decisive in the sense of she'll purposely try to make me late, like tell me to meet at a Starbucks, a different Starbucks than whenever we're supposed to meet. So she say, look at you, you late, so how do you want me to treat you now, right? Try to teach me a lesson. Once you play those games, it's over with for me. I'm not playing that. Because for men, like, we held responsible. There's responsibility for us men to accept unexcusable behaviors. There's no guy talk for me or some guys I can talk and complain about. It's going to be put on me like, why are you accepting this? It's a little bit different for women. Women got like a support group and they're like, yeah, he's not understanding and the sisterhood and all this weird stuff, right? But for men, it's going to be put on us like, why did you accept this, Stanley? Why did you allow this to happen? You know, this is what you get, right? You accepted this and now she went ahead and did that, right? So, yeah, when that happens, I understand there's like grace and whatever. I'm pretty good at my time. I always show up to things early. If I know we're supposed to meet up at a mall, I'm the guy that'll probably be there 2 hours beforehand because there might be some stores, there might be someplace I want to go to catch a movie. I'm already there. But yeah, DJ, some women do play the game and I just have to cut it off. And a lot of times, as far as guys, we have a scarcity mindset where you think like this is the only woman that you're going to meet and you accept a lot of things. And also I think there are some guys, they're not being honest. They might have some, I hate to say this, mommy issues and they're trying to rescue their moms. And it's, yeah, guys, you gotta stop it. Some stuff you just gotta nip things in the bud and understand, like, or they got attachment styles issues, right? Letting go of someone does not make you a bad guy. Letting go of someone might be something that they need to learn, and that consequence might make them grow.
Mm-hmm.
And you yourself will set up a boundary, and you will go with that boundary because guess what? That's leadership. Leadership is not accepting everything. Leadership is letting people know, like, hey, this is what's acceptable and this is not acceptable, and when you cross that, and this is what I have to do. And that's it.
Absolutely. Well, let me welcome so much for coming to the show. Oh, I know my battery is at 5%, guys. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. Gotta put on the charger.
Yep. I told you this show is only supposed to be 2. Okay, hold on. Got to change stands. Thank you so much for coming in. Real talk. Thank you for coming, Stanley. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because I didn't even get through halfway through my presentation, but that's okay. It happens. But Mizzy Limes, thank you so much for coming. Real talk. How are you tonight?
Fan-fucking-tastic, bro. How are you?
I'm good. So have you been listening? What have you heard? What do you have to add to this?
I've been in and out. I'm working with the wood stove. I've been cleaning and I've been listening. And
okay.
You know, I love Mr. M3 and intellectual, soapbox. So I just came to hang out, Don't mind me.
I love you too, sis.
Okay.
I'm here. I exist.
Well, Ma, they have made me part of the family, and we have been collabing and working together, and I feel at home. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate their support, and now your support. So you see what I'm saying? I love when friends become friends of friends, and it's just like a buffet, and everybody gets to eat. Some are gonna eat at the kiddies' table. Some are gonna eat at the kiddies' table. And some of us will be at the grown folks table,
I'm not
right.
If you got the right set of kiddies, bro, I might be sitting with the kiddies having a good time.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they got the best candy.
Too much drama. I don't want none of that drama. I want to color with the kids, bro.
I hear you. So, I mean, I don't think it even makes sense to get into the rest of the presentation because we are over 2 hours and 46 minutes. I do have to be at work at midnight, and I do have to walk the dog and at least decompress for 20 minutes. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody to come, participate, engage, It was really cool. I mean, even though it went in a whole different direction, it was still about time management. And at the end of the day, I just hope that somebody learned something, has a takeaway from this show. I'm definitely going to revisit it. We're going to have to revisit this because this connected with the show from last week, because last week's show was about procrastination. But the only way that we can minimize procrastination is if we master the skill of time management. I bet you procrastination that's a symptom and we need to get rid of. So with that being said, I'm going to go around the panel. You guys give me your final thoughts and we'll go ahead and meet again next time. But let me get into the administration stuff. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Trying to get to that 500 so I can be able to monetize. I'm getting a lot of viewing hours because of my new families that are helping me grow, and I appreciate that, and thank you very much. And don't forget to donate to the channel. I would appreciate it too. Simon, you late. I'm gonna let you up, but you late, Simon. I'm wrapping up. It's been 2 hours and 48 minutes, but I appreciate you coming through.
It's always late, bro.
Time management, brother. Time management.
And we're talking about time management. So I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top. DJ Sting, give me your final thoughts. Keep it sweet and simple, because we are at 2 hours. My tap out is 3 hours, so we got 12 minutes to get through this. So what say you, DJ? Are you there?
I think DJ tapped out. You got to go to the next one.
Beautiful, Embrace. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well then we're gonna go to M. We're gonna skip a little bit and we're gonna go to M3. What you got to say?
Man, I have a lot to say. I'll try and keep it short as much as possible so everybody can have the time. But Grace, you are an amazing woman. Okay,
Aww.
I want you to know that. All right, seriously. You have well thought and planned out topics and subtopics that gets into a discussion where people have no choice but to come up to the panel and engage with you. I mean, some may take a little bit longer for the build up or whatever, but no matter what, your topics makes people think, but it also makes people like us feel loved. And you're very well balanced because you're not acting like a pick-me woman or whatever, but you really want to see the community to grow on both ends,
Absolutely.
So my message is that for a lot of these guys, right, is that, and I don't mean to get sentimental, but that's just who I am. A lot of guys, right, I think if we take the time and energy, right? Because this is still time management. I'm gonna still try to get on the subject, right? Take the time, right, to actually focus on the women, right, that are trying to make a difference. Because with you, Grace, by you being a woman that is trying to make a difference, you don't fall into the all woman type of category, which means that there's not all women that are going to be petty or that's going to be self-absorbed when it comes to time management with guys. Us as men, we have to love ourselves enough, right, to start looking for women that's actually going to respect us, but actually going to love themselves, to not disrespect other people. And I think when you guys start looking for those women and start talking about those type of women, you're not going to be so fixated with the bad type of women. You put that energy out there when you focus on the wrong ones. Mimsy, I love you. Thank you for coming up. Simon, you're my dog, man. Shout outs to the UK, G. But yeah.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Hold on, DJ. That means a lot to me because that's exactly my intentions. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress. A lot of these topics that I do, I'm actually embracing myself. I'm learning with you guys. I'm teaching it with you guys, and the fact that you noticed that, I really do appreciate it, and I hope that more people. I may clip that M3, so don't hold me for it, because I really need people to understand what I'm out here trying to do. Do I want to make money? Absolutely. I mean, it takes time and energy, but at the end of the day, it's about becoming better versions of ourselves. And thank you very much for that. DJ Sting, now we can hear you. Final thoughts. Make it quick. We got 8 minutes left.
I was messing around with those chat room, whatever. Yeah, so I'll sticking on my topic. My topic was for relationship, dating, time management. I give the person first, they late, give them a second chance. The late second is out, no third chance. And as we were saying earlier, if you're going to court or a job or something like that, and you late, you know you messed up. So punctuality are the key. Time is the thing. So that's my thing.
Okay, and DJ, thank you for coming up and always asking, provoking questions, and I appreciate you. And I give you my word that someday I will make myself available to be part of the chat group that you created. Okay?
Yeah, all of those people are waiting for you to come over here. They want to know about this show over here. They want to, pull up over here.
Okay, and to my new lovely lady that came up to show support for M3 and the Silk family. Thank you again for coming, but I know you caught some of it, but what say you? What would you have to add on to this? What's your takeaway?
So, real simple, right? For time management, just real simple. Don't waste any trips, and there's no time for idle hands. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? If you want time management, just don't waste any trips. You just keep yourself busy, bro. There ain't no time to be sitting down. Why you sitting down? Go get something done. Why you crying? Go do something. You know what I'm saying? Go get your shit done. That's it.
You sleep when you die.
Yeah, man. Like, right, bro? We got shit to do.
I know that's right.
Bro, we got shit to do. Let's get it done. That's it.
I hear you. Now, Simon, I know you're in the UK, in a whole different time zone, but just quickly, we got 6 minutes, and I still have to go. So if you want to share 6 minutes to 3 minutes, I don't know what you heard, how long you've been sitting in here, but what would you have to say about this?
Say about what?
Oh, so you didn't hear you don't know what the show's about? I'm done. Leave it to Simon. Just leave it to Simon, ladies and gentlemen, and all my embracers. If you don't know Simon Hector, please go subscribe to his channel, and you will see what you have to deal with over there, because he brings it all to all of our channels and graces us and embraces us with his UK personality and dashing looks. So thank you for that, Simon Hector. I appreciate you. But let me try to do my final thoughts, because I didn't get through. It's okay. That means that whatever I had to say, y'all made it better. But to all my embracers, look, we are all busy and we all have lives. But the importance it should not be underestimated. It is inseparable. It should be inseparable from living an innately fulfilling life. Learning and using effective time management skills allows people to meet deadlines, reduce stress, work smarter. In other words, it helps because we are in control of our own lives. If you allow your time management skills to be so poor, that means you're not in control of your life. And life is too short. And we can't get it back. Once wasted, it is wasted. So to my embracers, thank you for coming. Thank you for liking, sharing. Don't forget to support the channel with the Cash App. Make the most of your life and live your life like it's the last day of your life. Thank you all for coming out. I will be on this weekend. DJ, like I said, I gave you my word. I will be in the chat group call on Sunday. I don't know what time Sunday, but I will have my phone and do my due diligence to make sure I'm there. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all next Thursday. Peace.
Later, everyone.